Okay. The calm before the storm. Right here, ladies and gentlemen. The calm. The calm before the storm. Barbie world. Oh yeah, this is truly a Barbie world moment indeed. Except we're not talking about Barbie. Okay. Let me just go ahead and grab this off the shelf so I don't have to struggle with that later. Shit. Okay. There we go. I'll just say Barbie girl wrapped in plastic. I mean, we already talked about... It's fantastic, yep. Oh, I can tell this is going to be a good one. Well, anyway, now that our moment of peace is over, welcome to Wonder After Dark. Before we get to tonight's topic, this has nothing at all to do with the topic, but it is something that is important to bring up while I get the Wikipedia page ready. Captain America Civil War? Nope, not quite. It would be a little odd for me to start with the third film in a trilogy, now wouldn't it? Anyway. But before we get to the topic, there is something important that I would like to acknowledge. It is A24 Civil War. I hear it's really good, haven't seen it, I'll get to that, yep. Anyway, it's Keanu Reeves' birthday. No, that's not what we're talking about, but it is important to acknowledge. It is Keanu Reeves' birthday, so right before I get to the topic, wish the man a happy birthday, right fucking now. You have 2 seconds. 1, 2. Shadow's birthday, yep. Go ahead. Wish him happy birthday. Yep, happy birthday to Shadow. Yeah. Alright, happy birthday, Keanu, yep. Happy birthday, Neo. Happy birthday, Mr. Breathtaking. You're a national treasure, yep. We love Keanu Reeves in this house. I wish that... Happy birthday, potential Raven. Huh? Anyway. Happy birthday, Constantine. Okay, anyway, just wanted to... No joke, Reeve. Okay, seriously, what the fuck are you... Okay, never mind. Never mind. I'm stupid. Anyway. Alright, now that we got... Okay, yes, I know now. I just had to Google it. Although that's a perfect segue into what the fuck we talking about. Oh, I guess another thing before I start with the movie. Well, I mean talking about the movie, but cast Keanu as Snape in the new Harry Potter series. Bitch, that might actually get me to watch a Harry Potter thing for once. I always have to clarify, I have nothing against Harry Potter. Keanu looks like he can play Revon. Well, based on the picture I just saw, he does. Now that we got, wholesome fun times out of the way, let's get to the movie. And I must clarify, I'm going to try and stay out of opinion territory for this one. Although I do have a certain opinion that is not aggressive at all. And you'll hear that opinion soon. Okay. It's pronounced Rev-On. Okay. I probably still am not saying that right. But anyway, Star Wars is a 1977 American space opera film written and directed by George... You aren't. Yep, I knew it. Anyway, Star Wars... No, we're not calling it the other title. We're being purists in this house. None of us were born in 1977. Anyway, Star Wars is a 1977 American epic space opera film written and directed by George Lucas, produced by Lucasfilm, and distributed by 20th Century Fox. as they are now known, 20th Century Studios. Sorry, had to let the brain rot kick in. Anyway, it is the first film released in the Star Wars franchise. Does Star Wars fall in love at the end? Yes. Anyway, it is the first film in chronological release order, but is the fourth film in chronological timeline order in the Skywalker saga. Why they chose to start with movie number 4, I have no idea. Anyway, set a long time, episode 4 is a banger. A New Hope is not. Well, I mean, it is episode 4, but per Sylve's rules, we're not calling it A New Hope. It was George Lucas's vision. Yes. Anyway. Okay. Set a long time ago in a fictional galaxy ruled by the tyrannical Galactic Empire, the story follows... I don't know why I just said follows like that, but the story follows a group of freedom fighters known as the Rebel Alliance, who aim to destroy the Empire's newest weapon, the Death Star. When the rebel leader, Princess Leia, is abducted by the... I know it was originally just Star Wars, but it's easier to call it by... Fair. Really, though, even I refer to it. The movie takes place a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. It's real. Yeah, it is real. Anyway, back to you, Spider. That is fair. In fact, most of the time, even I refer to them by the episode title. In fact, Disney doesn't even refer to them by episode anymore. They just refer to them by the subtitle. Which, for marketing reasons, I kind of get. Yeah, he has a point. And like I said, Disney kind of dropped the episode title. They just refer to them by subtitle. And they've kind of retroactively applied that to the original 6 as well. So it's not even episode 4 A New Hope anymore. It's just Star Wars A New Hope. It's kind of dumb that Disney dropped it. No. Again, for marketing reasons, I get it. Okay, like, I'm not defending them dropping it, but for marketing reasons, I get it. But it kind of falls apart when you notice on the movies themselves, like in the opening crawl, they still have episode 7, episode 8, episode 9. Not counting, Rogue One and Solo, which... As much as the Disney Plus show, not for marketing reasons, it would be better to number them for consistency. I mean, yeah, but this is Disney we're talking about. Plus, Clone Wars wasn't numbered, so I guess they were trying to go for consistency with Clone Wars. Because that was the last movie in release. So anyway, let's get back on track. After Rogue One is amazing, Solo was weird. Yep, that sums it up. Anyway, when the rebel leader, Princess Leia, is abducted by the Empire, Luke Skywalker acquires stolen architectural plans of the Death Star and sets out to rescue her while learning the ways of a metaphysical power known as the Force from Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. Hello there! The cast, of course, includes Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, Peter Cushing, Alec Guinness, a.k.a. I didn't want to do this. What if you're new and you don't know where to start? You just pop in Force Awakens and you're like, oh, this is it. You both have a point. No, Sylve, you have a point with the episode numbers and consistency. Spider, you skipped my comment. Okay, my apologies. Star Wars, Clone Wars, and Star Wars The Clone Wars, yep. Alright, back to you, Spider. What if you're new and you don't know where to start? You just pop in Force Awakens and you're like, oh, this is episode 7? You both have a point. Sylve has a point about the episode numbers for consistency. Spider has a point in regards to new fans. I imagine they probably dropped the episode numbers both for marketing, like I say, and to take new fans back then, but people called Star Wars sexist back then, but then Leia was literally the leader. Bitch, this show is way more sexist than Star Wars could ever be. Anyway. Cast includes Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, Peter Cushing, Alec Guinness, Anthony Daniels, Kenny Baker, Peter Mayhew, David Prowse, and James Earl Jones. I guess it's because she gets kidnapped, most likely. They clearly never watched it. Can we say skill issue? Anyway. But even then, it's a classic story. Yes, indeed. It is a classic story. Anyway. The film was released by 20th Century Fox on May 25th, 1977. Had a budget of just $11 million, and as we all know, it made $775.4 million. Giant success, although that was over the course of many reissues, but still. Big success. Big dick success. I say as somebody who has seen a lot of dick in their days. Read. Okay, what did I miss? I guess YouTube deleted what you were trying to say, because I see yes followed by read. If you're talking about, can we say skill issue, I already read that. Yep, YouTube deleted what you were trying to say. Anyway. I'm going to need a button to click every time YouTube does that. And you notice that only started to happen recently, as if YouTube started to catch wind of how fucked this show can get. Anyway. Lucas, of course, had the idea for a science fiction film in the vein of Flash Gordon. At around the time, hopefully it said it. Yeah, I'm not laughing at you. God, anyway. Lucas had the idea for a science fiction film in the vein of Flash Gordon around the time he completed his first film, THX 1138, which I have not seen. And I didn't even know that movie existed until like a month ago. Discord, okay. Besides, women deserve to be... Yeah, I'm not reading that last part, but I can see why YouTube deleted that. I am not reading that last part aloud. Absolutely not. I don't want... Yeah, that word. That word. But I'm not reading it in the continuous sentence. And I said, okay, no, yep. And live, anyway. Alright. He began working on a treatment after the release of American Graffiti, and after numerous rewrites, filming took place throughout 1975 and 1976 in locations including Tunisia and Elstree Studios in Hertfordshire, England. Lucas formed the iconic visual effects company Industrial Light and Magic to help create the film's visual effects. Star Wars, of course, suffered production difficulties. The cast and crew believed that the film would be a failure, and it went $3 million over budget due to delays. People who complain about Anakin being whiny, well, it runs... Yeah, Luke was a whiny little bitch. In fact, if you ask me, two characters that I think are the whiniest bitches in cinematic history, Anakin Skywalker and Johnny Test. In fact, are we sure Johnny's mom's maiden name wasn't Skywalker? It definitely wasn't Palpatine, although Johnny is evil enough to be a Palpatine. Dookie is definitely a Skywalker. This is the... Dark vegan. Anyway. Oh, I'm so brain rotted. Why did you resist a police officer? Why are you police officers? I blew up Malaysia. I'm a Skywalker. No, you're a Palpatine. Anyway. Alright. Darth Vegan is what all vegans are. His name is Dark Vegan. Get it right. You're clearly not a real Johnny Test fan. I'm Rey Skywalker. Oh, you're Rey Skywalker? Anyway. Few were confident in the film's box office prospects. I'm Homelander. Oh my god. I'm Ground. And I'm Cockmuncher. Even though I haven't munched any cock in a while. Skyfuck. My god. Hey, does anybody want to join my not safe for work superhero roleplay by the playground? Minecraft YouTubers after they hit 1 million subscribers. Okay, let's get back to conflict in space. Oh yeah, you got a jar of dirt. That's nice, honey. I got a jar of dirt. I got a jar of cum. Anyway. Few were also, yes, I did just read that. Few were confident in the film's box office prospects. It was released in a jar of dirt, not a jar. My apologies, I can't read. I'm illiterate, but not as illiterate as my mom, who misread the word Chung King as Chuggington. She did that one time, and I wanted to punch her. Anyway, mind you, I consider her, of my two parents, to be the lesser of the two evils. My god. I'm going to be put in a straitjacket one of these days. I hope you two know that. Anyway, it was released in a small number of theaters in the U.S. Are both Smith Lords. Difference is, one of them is a Smith. They vote, yeah. Difference is, though, one of them is a Smith Lord and the other is just straight up Agent Smith. Your mom is more than just a Sith. Hey, but give my mom a point of credit. At least she's not homophobic. Not a Sith, a Smith. But give my mom credit. She's not homophobic and she's not transphobic. So there's a big point of credit to my mom. My dad is voting Trump, and I wish your dad a very stop it. Anyway, I wish your mom gets one. Oh my god. But only one. Woo! Anyway, it was released in a small number of theaters. Only one. Dang, I want. Oh my god. Who's the hunter? Who's the kid? It's not a literal. Shooting at the walls of... Anyway. It was released in a small number of theaters in the United States on May 25th, 1977. And quickly became... And all I have to do to get one is vote for Trump? I wish you a very stop it. Anyway. I love how this election is just straight up who's less evil, but not who's good. I will say, though, I would take Kamala over Biden any day of the week. She gets one for not being transphobic. Yes. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? Anyway. Star Wars quickly became a surprise blockbuster hit, leading it to, of course, become expanded to a much wider release. I didn't know she was black. Yep. And opened to positive reviews. Well, I didn't know she was a girl. With praise for its special effects. It grossed 400... I thought she was blue. Well, I mean, this is blue. If that's what you... Look, this is blue. If that's what you're referring to. There's blue on... There's... This is blue. The text is blue. Here's a blue guy. Talk about the stormtrooper who bangs his head. Ah, yeah, there's a stormtrooper who bangs his head. Whether that was intentional or not, it's one of the funniest moments in the entire franchise. In fact, probably the funniest moment in the entire franchise. Anyway, it wasn't intentional. Okay, never mind. It seems too good to be accidental, but it a rarity during these streams. I'm wearing clothes watching this. George kept it in. Okay, well, directing this to you, Spider, while that is TMI, that is in fact a rarity. Most of the time you have admitted it, because he thought it was funny. And indeed, it is funny. I would leave it in too if I was George Lucas. I'm married to my clothes. I hate being naked. Even in pool. The only time I'm really naked, per se, is after I get up in the morning. And even then, I'm clothed soon after. I wear shirts in the pool. What is wrong with you? Oh my god, shirt in the pool just sounds... I don't like showing my stomach. Okay, I take it back then when I say what is wrong with you or my chest. I guess you're not super confident in the way you look. I mean, neither am I really, but I guess you're a little self-conscious. I'm very sensitive. Here's a hug. I hug over. I wear socks 24/7. Well, there's something I don't have in common with my audience. I don't wear socks. Very, very rarely do I wear socks. Very rarely. Anyway, it grossed $410 million worldwide during its initial run, surpassing Jaws and becoming the highest grossing film until the release of E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Subsequent releases have brought its total gross to $775 million. When adjusted for inflation, it is the second highest grossing film in North America. Okay, me too, skill issue, LOL, that's 3 messages. I'm sorry. My stepsisters once, my brain hurts. My stepsisters questioned once why I never take my socks off. One of the only people to ever notice it. And honestly, I didn't even pay that much attention to it until you first brought it up. Mind you, I never see your feet. What are you doing, stepbro? Oh my god. I love how this show is part me talking about movies, part my audience agreeing or disagreeing with my thoughts on the movie, and then 50% stepbro. Anyway. The #1 movie in America was called Ass. I gotta make you fuckheads watch Idiocracy one of these days. Oh no, help me, stepbro. Anyway. Okay. The film Hoof Job. There it is. I was wondering when Hoof Job would be said. Anyway. Certified Odie horsey moment. Uncle Ben, what happened? Cagard. God, I want to just... Even though this is kind of the me and my friends show, I kind of want to start selling merch of just all the stupid shit we've said. Like Hoof Job, Never Cagard, Uncle Ben, what happened? Just shirts with me and my enemies. Anyway. Alright, anyway, before I get distracted again. The film has been reissued many times with George Lucas's support. Most significantly, as we would all know, the 20th anniversary theatrical special edition and the reissues afterwards Uncle Ben, what happened? Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. South Park has had more changes than Mr. Garrison. Yeah, Star Wars has also had more changes than me, in that once I hit 15, instead of looking any older, I just got grosser and hairier. Star Wars. And I read that. Star Wars has had more changes than Mr. Garrison. And I was making the joke that I've changed. You said Star... What the fuck? Oh my god. Okay, I don't care that playing this 1 second of audio is probably going to get me copyrighted. Okay, where is it? There it is. Okay, thanks for disrupting the flow of the joke. Ad for Amazon Music. Okay, I don't care that playing this 1 second of audio is probably going to get me copyrighted. Sometimes I listen to when I fuck up mid-sentence and all my brain cells can say is... just screaming. Just endless screaming. Alec Guinness hated the experience. Oh yeah, I knew. I knew that. And weirdly enough, I think his performance as Obi-Wan kind of gives that away. Your father told me you could have this when you're old enough. Cerveza Cristal. Cerveza Cristal. Fun fact. I'm waiting for the fun fact. While you do that, let me go charge my phone. Okay, Copper, get off the charge. There you go. There we go. Alright, what does this say? The first line said by Obi-Wan is, "Hello there." Darth Vader was played by two dudes. The suit actor had his voice covered because he had a strong accent. Again, I actually knew that, believe it or not. Yeah, I know that. Anyway, alright. Sorry, just looking at the channel guide here. Okay, anyway, back on track. Okay, but I basically just read up about Star Wars. Normally, right now, I would read about the home video release history of a movie. In Return of the Jedi, who was played by... In Return of the Jedi, who was played by 3 in the 2004 version. Of Return of the Jedi, who was played by 4. What in God's name? The OG Star Wars concept art is so good. Yep. Alright. Now, normally, right now, I would read about the home video release history of a movie. Because don't you know that's the format of the movie reviews? I read about the movie, I talk about home video, then I give my thoughts on the movie. There's an issue, though, when it comes to talking about Star Wars on home video. There's too much. Seriously, Star Wars has been reissued, reprinted, repackaged, re-released, re-edited countless times on VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, 4K, Laserdisc, CED, film even. Like actual film prints that you could buy and project in your house that contained excerpts of the movie. So for me to talk the entire home video lineage of Star Wars would take fuck all forever. If you want to do that, you can go check out Nathan Butler's YouTube channel. He talks Star Wars on home video all the time. Great content creator. David Prowse in the suit, James Earl Jones, the voice, Sebastian Lewis Shaw as Unmasked Vader and Ghost Anakin originally, Hayden Christensen, Ghost Anakin, 2004 onwards. My God, anyway. Although I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Hayden Christensen Ghost was as early as 97. I could be wrong, but anyway. But yeah, I would talk the home video release history of Star Wars, but we would be... No, you're wrong. No, I think I'm suffering the Mandela effect, is my problem. I have the 1997 VHS. Me too. I mean, you can't fucking see it, but me too. I have the whole ass box set. Anyway, watch it. Bitch, I have. Fuck me till my face falls off. I'm a freak, anyway. Oh my God. Hey. Please stop, okay. Anyway. Alright, back on track before I actually get myself put on a list. Even though there was... Hayden Christensen wasn't even involved with Star Wars in 1997. Again, these films have been re-edited like a cajillion times. Can you blame me for getting something wrong? He wasn't involved until 2002. Again, can you blame me for getting something wrong? Well, anyway, before I make my brain hurt even more than it already does, yes, I can. Bitch, anyway. I wish I could put a bitch counter on screen. I call it a skill issue. Anyway. My pen that I never use. Anyway. Thanks, Mommy. Anyway, where I was fucking going with this. Anyway, I would normally talk the home video release history of a movie by now, but Star Wars has had too many releases. So instead, we're going to talk a specific release that I think was so close, yet so far to being... Talk about the special edition in a minute. Anyway. Oh, and I see, I think Spider left. Because on my end, I just see one viewer. Spider, are you there? If you are, say cock. KKK. Okay, you're still there. Or the 2006 unaltered editions, which were lies. I was getting there. Okay, anyway. Alright. I was getting there. Anyway, because there's too many releases for me to cover, I'm going to talk one specific release that I think was so close, yet so far to being perfect. And that release came in 2006. So in 2006, 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment released the original trilogy on DVD. Again. Yep, there we go. Okay. I did just read that, but yeah, they were re-releases of the 1993 Laserdiscs. Yep, anyway. In 2006, 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment released the original 3 films on DVD, again, just 2 years after the last release. These releases had the right idea, but they were so far off the mark. Anyway, I know it's like piss dark on camera, but recreation of the original... Okay, there we go. There's the light. Anyway, recreation of the original poster. Talk about how it's similar to the I was getting there. I don't have ADHD like you do. I talk at a much slower pace, but there's nothing wrong with people who have ADHD. I have nothing against people who have ADHD. Anyway, widescreen, limited edition, THX, digitally mastered, the recreation of the... I mean, yeah, it does look off. And I'm pretty sure if they were to pull this today, people would accuse it of being AI generated, even though it's not. 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment, Star Wars, Star Wars, A New Hope, 4, THX, Lucasfilm. Alright, so disc 1 of this set, and this applies to all 3 films in this little set. This is the only one I have, but disc 1 is the special edition. The 2000, it looks like a kid cut off their body parts from a magazine and glued them on. Actually, though, really does look like that. Looks like a kid's school project. Albeit a well-made school project, but still a school project. Anyway. Alright. Disc 1, I have all 3 of the 2006 ones. This is the only one I have. Alright, anyway. Disc 1 is the special edition. The 2004 edition, specifically, because this was only 2 years after that one. Disc 2 is significant. Disc 2 contains original theatrical 1977 version. Regardless of its flaws, it's the closest we'll get to the original. Yes, it is. Anyway, so disc 1, as I said, is the special edition. So you had to buy the special editions again, but... Okay. You could always get the 1981 VHS. Correct. Anyway, disc 1, special edition. Disc 2, the original, unaltered, theatrical version. This could have been the definitive release, not just of A New Hope, but of the other 2, of Empire and Jedi. But they missed the mark so bad. How so? It's not the unaltered one. It's the mostly unaltered one. Let me explain. Even though you already explained, but I'm going to explain in more detail. So, basically, yeah, false advertising. Albeit false advertising that's not technically entirely a lie, but still a lie. Anyway, what they did for this release is rather than get a high-quality copy, they just took, for all 3 of them, for New Hope, for Jedi, for Empire. Yes, I know I just listed them out of order, but for all 3 of them, they just took the versions that were on Laserdisc and put those onto DVDs. So, they didn't look any better. They didn't sound any better. Return of the Jedi easily had some of... Oh, it had the worst changes by far. Alright, now going back up here, when you say chopped full screen, the damn... Oh, yeah, the musical number. Anyway, when you say chopped full screen, I'd hate to sound like the... Well, actually, but slight correction. Slight correction. On the unaltered DVD... The 3 films are presented in the widescreen aspect ratio, but because they're using the Laserdisc versions, which were around before TVs looked like that behind me, that means if you're watching on this kind of display, you have black bars on both the left and right, and the top and bottom. What does it say? Yeah. It is widescreen, but it's, okay, what they call true widescreen. It's chocked full, again, it's not, I'm not like super, yeah, that. I'm not trying to argue, but chocked, I believe you're mistaking it for a left and right image crop, which has then been cropped in of itself to look widescreen. You're actually wrong. I'm sorry, but I will die. You're the filthy Canadian, and I'm the... I almost said the R slur. You're the filthy Canadian. I'm the stupid American. So... which is why I suggest we invade Canada just like we invaded Ukraine. I mean, what's Queen Elizabeth going to do? Come back from the grave and stop us? Gee, how many countries can I offend in one fair swoop? Am I really going to defile this grave for money? Of course I am. My God. So let's see, you're too comfortable saying the N-word on this show. I'm too comfortable making other cultures look like a joke. Being right about the format challenge possible. Anyway. Okay, but yeah. I would talk the other home video releases of Star Wars. But while I will gladly talk DVDs, at least I didn't say, yeah, at least you did. At least you acknowledged that I can, in fact, have a point. Anyway. Okay. Now. Okay. Where I was going with this. Again, I would talk the other video releases of Star Wars, but again, we would be here all night, and again, if you want to hear the full history of Star Wars on home video, you can go check out Nathan Butler. Talk about the 2011 Blu-ray of Return of the Jedi where it added Vader saying, no, oh, yeah. And that I can actually talk about because... okay. And that I can actually talk about because I own the 2019 Blu-ray, which, while it is released... Okay. To me, it was unnecessary to add Jabba because it ruins his... I mean, that does make sense, but Jabba was always supposed to be in that first movie. They filmed the scene for the movie, so... albeit with a human, but... Anyway. Now, I can actually talk about that change with Return of the Jedi, because I have the Blu-ray. Granted, it's the 2019 reissue from Buena Vista, but the content on the disc is exactly the same as the 2011 Fox release. Because all they did for all of these releases was just, but Return of the Jedi kept Jabba mysterious. Yeah, indeed. Anyway, but all they did for these releases was they just took the Fox Blu-rays and put a new label over top. Read. I'll take 2004 Jabba over 1977 Jabba. Isn't it funny that they keep updating the VFX in these movies to look better and instead it just looks worse? No, genuinely, isn't that the fucking funniest? That every time they update the VFX, it looks worse? Read my second. I don't see anything after... All I see is I take 2004 Jabba over 1977 Jabba. Or 1997, but I don't see anything... I don't see anything after that. Keep them practical. Yes. Read my second. Again, I see I'll take 2004 Jabba over 1997 Jabba. Looks like that. Yeah, he does. Let me put this back on the shelf. Okay. Oh, that would have been disastrous. Oh, no. Oh, God, it would have been game over had I knocked that lamp over. Okay. But yeah, 1997 Jabba does look like ass. Also, I agree with you. Oh, look, you two agree for once. I'm a little impressed. For the record, I'm not trying to sound like an asshole when I say that. It's just very rarely do you two actually agree upon something. But there is one who is wiser still. Anyway. Okay. Puppet Jabba looks more threatening and intimidating. Yes. Which is why I think... Because he's actually there and not CGI. Yeah. In fact, if you ask me... No, genuinely. Not to totally go off track. But... Hang on. Okay. Not to totally go off track. Not to totally change the subject. But... if you ask me what I think the best CGI character in a live-action movie would be, do I need to say it? Do I need to say it? Like, practical effects are good. They should make Sonic practical. How? Jar Jar Binks. Okay, no. Okay, but like, practical effects are great. Yes, but I think Sonic is an example of a CGI character in a live-action movie working really well. And again, the VFX for Sonic get better with each movie, and his design gets better with each movie. I mean, they already fixed the design as is, but his design just keeps getting refined and tweaked and made even better. I think Sonic does work better in CGI. See, my point exactly. But I will say, though, while I do think they're kind of perfecting the design in the movies, I had a dream once. Oh, God. In, like, 2007. Oh, God. Anyway. Okay, but yeah, while I do... Chirp. Bed twerp! Mom and Dad and Vicky always ruin it. Anyway. Okay, but where I was going with this. But, there was a Sonic movie where Sonic had a live-action movie. Sonic was CGI. Tails was a guy in a suit that looked like the Crash commercials with his face. I thought that was going towards look like Crash from the Pakistan McDonald's commercials. I thought that's where that was heading. If you've seen the Pakistan McDonald's commercials, you can never recover. My dreams were weird. Bitch, my dreams are still weird. I think it's that goddamn pregnancy pillow. And the delusion. Who hasn't seen the Pakistan Sonic commercials? Shadow basketball, Dale soccer, Sonic skateboard, Rogue and Amy Dennis, cheeseburger bin killing, Oompa vagina, Sega game slime. I probably sound so fucking schizophrenic right now. God. And you bitches wonder why I keep this window shut. You wonder why and then it's America. Then it's America. Oh my god, I'm so tired. And then it's followed by the American ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. I'm sucking it. But you wonder why I keep this window shut while I do these. The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride. What just fell? Anyway, Lion King 2 was the best Disney DTV sequel. I can't argue there. God. I feel like I'm having a I know I say that every night, but right now, and specifically right now, I feel like I'm having a stroke. If I ever pass out and have to be sent to the emergency room, I'm pinning the blame on YouTube. The song, its song made it into the play. I've never seen the play, but yet I did, in fact, know that. Shadow basketball. Okay, yep, I live in your booty hole. Okay, I guess to get back to lives in me. We're a niggy family. Anyway, alright, I guess to Sonia and Manic. Oh, those doofuses. From the totally good show Sonic Underground. Vor. Ah, yes, that brother-sister Vor. My god. You can feel free to clip me saying brother-sister Vor if you want. Giving you fuckers full permission. Sonic Underground was a show. Sonia X Sonic. I'm gonna have to stop you right there. Now, I just... Even if they're... Sonic X Manic. That is the equivalent of taking your own dick and bending... My god. What is this show? What has this show become? I swear, it used to be like a chill hang Sonic X Robotnik. Pretty sure that's illegal in like 5 states. Okay, Chip. Yeah, stop. The JonTron clip. Stop! Finito! My god. Oh my god. Silv, I know you're just being ironic, but that irony is gonna get you in jail one of these days. JonTron is a criminal. I mean, yeah. Which of course means that Scott the Woz was better by default. Like, listen, JonTron gave us some great memes, some very iconic clips. But I hate to say it, Scott the Woz was always better. And how is he a criminal? I'm lost. Care to fill our friend in? Johnny Fook me up, Dad. I want Johnny Fook me. I want Johnny Fook me up, Daddy, in the style of a Johnny Test title card. Explain to, yes, please explain. I can't remember. I just remember he did something bad. I specifically remember during like peak COVID, he said some stuff that, and now he's nowhere. No, he's still uploading. He's just not uploading frequently. He's still on YouTube, but he only uploads like, he fell. Yeah, he did fall off, but he still uploads, just not super often. Oh, now Tobuscus really fell off. Fun fact, Tobuscus put his sex tape on public YouTube for everyone to see. His fucking sex tape. And Mr. Beast is next. Let's hope Mr. Beast doesn't put his sex tape up on YouTube for everyone to see. My God. Listen, that's not as bad as what the Minecraft YouTubers do now. Can I see the Tobuscus tape? I don't even know it. Tobuscus explained shit very poorly when the allegations fell off. I don't know if the shit was true, but man. And then I remember Tobuscus went on like a conspiracy kick, talking about like how like a SpaceX ship, I think, disappeared on camera or something. I don't fucking know. He fell too far down the dick tree. And then there's Dream. We don't talk about Dream in this house. Absolutely not. We do not talk about Dream. We don't. We do not. We would rather talk about the tailor who gave Deadpool his new suit than Dream who. Oh, consider yourself glad. And Yandere Death. Yeah, that guy. I know Dream. Oh, that's unfortunate. Let me tell you, Nicholas Cantu had every right to call Dream the F slur. Nah, I'm just being honest. He had every right to say what he did. Like, the word that starts with the letter F is not okay to say. Scott Cawthon. Yeah, no, we're okay with Scott in this house. Anyway, let me go see how much percent my phone has. Okay, it has enough. Scott's a good man. Yes, he is. Okay. He didn't deserve the hate. I agree. Alright. Let's get back to Star Wars, because remember when this was about... I said some shit, and I missed the shit. Read about Keemstar. I don't need to, because I already have, and I wish Keemstar a very leave. I already know who Keemstar is. Oh, the fucking righteous fucking nit. Yeah. And would you believe that's the least bad thing Keemstar has ever said? I hate Keemstar. Same. Dumbledore. I want to dumble down a door. Maybe we can paint over it. I don't know how to make paint. Did you tell Mom and Dad about the D-O-R-E? Voldemort. I love how now we're just listing off Harry Potter characters. Anyway, it's time for the funny image. My little Trejo. My little Danny. Whatever. Just leaving that on screen long enough for you all to admire. Well, that's enough of that. Discord. Okay, I'll look at that in it. Yep. You're black. You're my, and I'm not going to read that last part because this is YouTube, not X videos. Or X, the wonderful social media platform run by Mon. by Mon. by Mon. Sure, let's go with that. Imam Muskie. He's so musky. Yeah. Take a shower. I want to drown myself in the black waves. That's unfortunate. Okay, okay, I guess to conclude my thoughts on Star Wars, I'm not going to review the read my comment about feet. Jesse has musky feet. You know what? Just for pointing out that they're musky. There. You said they're musky, so here, take a good long look. Take a good long look. This show was written and directed by Quentin Tarantino and created by Dan Schneider. Sprays them with Febreze. Okay, that's enough feet for tonight. Now put your fucking shoes back on. I had to switch. Sorry. I had to switch tabs. Do you think my parents would let me legally change my name to Freaky? No. I am not even asking that to be ironic. Dude, I'm gonna make a few stamps and sell them. Oh my god. Yeah, again, read. Okay. Whoever, Tide Pod challenge time. Whoever eats the most wins. You mean whoever doesn't go to the hospital instantly wins? Never mind who eats the most. It's who eats a Tide Pod and doesn't immediately go to the hospital. I'm talking about the SpongeBob scene where he eats the patty and then hard cut to him on the stretcher. Also, yeah, that's what I mean. Okay, anyway, for real now. To conclude my thoughts on Star Wars for tonight, I'm gonna bring you Tide Pods are pussy shit. Real men drink out the Tide bottle. Why do I feel like you just unironically do that? Like you just, in addition to your ADHD medication, you also drink Tide on the side. Like, why do I feel like you do that? It just seems like a Sylv thing to do. Okay, you'd be wrong. You never know. I'ma go. Before you go, is it because EP or school? After you answer, you can go. Also, bye-bye. Have a day. I don't know. I'll just chalk it up to both at the same time. Have a gay day. Yeah, have Have all the days. Have a gay day. Have a great day. Have a bad day. Have RuPaul's Drag Race. Have, I don't know. I think I'm straight. That's nice, dear. Well, anyway, even though he's probably already left by now, if you want to catch up on the replay, you can do so tomorrow. Should be up tomorrow. I don't know. My server is full of gay and bi people. Why? Because they're the people you let in. Okay, anyway, for real now, before I inevitably have to repeat myself again, because furry, perhaps. Okay, before I have to repeat myself again, where I was going with this. Furries are gay? Yes, they are. Okay, for real now. I would give my review of Star Wars, but everyone knows it's not all, but like a huge percentage. Damn. Anyway, I would give my review of Star Wars, but I really will not, because you are not done with well, I'm almost done with this first movie. You are not done. What did I just say? I'm almost done with the movie itself for tonight. Let me finish. Don't jump to assumptions. I'm not trying to start an argument, but you tell me not to assume, and then here you are jumping to assumptions. Again, not trying to sound rude or anything, just pointing out. I'm not going to call it hypocrisy because, one, that would be rude, and two, it's clearly not intentional. Anyway, okay, if you want my... I would review Star Wars, that first movie. Talk about how Luke's toy had a yellow lights. Oh, yeah, Luke's toy figure, the early ones, had a yellow lightsaber for some reason. I really don't know why, unless I've been told before and I just forgot, but they did for some strange reason. Okay, now it's time for me to give an opinion. Or rather, two opinions. Okay, so, first up. While I do wish they would... Okay, actually... Okay. Star Wars is a 10 out of 10. Yes, it is. 10 out of 10. Okay. Yeah, a 10 out of 10. I mean... I gotta give myself a rest real quick. I've been up on my legs for all three are true. Two, even. I'll be back up momentarily. I'm giving myself a little rest so my legs don't, like, hurt. But again, I will be back up momentarily. But yeah, the whole original trilogy, 4, 5, and 6 are just a solid 10 out of 10. Okay, I'm back. Phantom Menace was a 8 out of 10. Attack of the Clones is 6 out of 10. Revenge of the Sith is 7. Okay, first let me take the shirt off because it's getting kind of hot and sweaty in here. It's funny. It got hot over the summer, but it didn't get, like, boiling except for, like, a few days out of the year. But then now that summer's over, it's like now we're getting the heat. And it's like, where was this during summer? But anyway, for the sequel trilogy, Force Awakens is 6.5 out of 10, Last Jedi 5 out of 10, Rise of Skywalker 3 out of 10. That makes sense. I would give my thoughts on the entire franchise, but I want to save those for future episodes. Okay. Alright. Okay. Anyway. I would give my thoughts on the entire franchise, but I want to save those for future. Rogue One is 9 out of 10, but loses a point due to the uncanny CGI faces. Yep, that makes sense. Anyway, but I would give my thoughts on the entire franchise, like you just did. But we would be here literally all night. Solo is, honestly, I kind of enjoyed it, even though it was pretty stupid at times. 6 out of 10. Okay, I haven't actually watched Solo in a while. I feel it's kind of overdue for a rewatch, perhaps. Anyway, but there's a lot of movies I've been meaning to either watch or rewatch. I think as we get close, I think throughout this month, the rest of September, you're probably going to see a lot more of that. Anyway, alright. But yeah, The Rise of Skywalker was pretty bad. I also haven't watched Rise of Skywalker in a while, so do tell, but lots of stuff unexplained. That's just that's just the one word, that's. Okay. Anyway, where I was going with this. Fan service for the sake of fan service. Yes, it was. Okay, anyway. Actually, before I even continue, let me put all these back on the shelf. Because I don't really need these in my vicinity right now. Oh. Also, how is the Death Star still intact when it was blown to... I wish I knew. In fact, I don't even think the writers knew. I think, really, they just kind of made it the fuck up as they went along. There's a hair. There we go. There's another hair. Alright, anyway. Let me put all these back on the shelf and I will get back to you, my lovely audience. I have something exporting right now, so that's why I'm kind of checking on that. Okay. Miss anything? Okay, I'll admit I loved how the interior of the Death Star ruins had a eerie design, even though it made absolutely no sense for them to be intact. Most of the 3 points I give go to the aesthetic. Yeah, The Rise of Skywalker was really good aesthetically speaking. but it was terrible everywhere else. Again, I haven't watched Rise of, like, easily the worst Star Wars movie ever. Anyway, again, I have not watched Rise of Skywalker in a while, so... Okay. Maybe not nearly as bad. Oh, the Star Wars Holiday Special is the worst one by default. Default. But at least it's the funny kind of bad. I've watched that film with the riff tracks. Fun fact, it took me like 5 years to finish the Star Wars Holiday Special. Only last Christmas did I finally finish it. I wish I could unfinish it. The riff tracks made it tolerable. I'll have to check that out sometime. Well, I mean, because we brought up the Star Wars Holiday Special, here's a useless bit of trivia. While the Star Wars Holiday Special has never been released on home video officially in its entirety, an excerpt from it was included on the complete saga. It's on YouTube for free. I'll send it to you later. I've seen it. I just said it took me 5 years to finish it. But thank you for sending it. But where I was going with, plus I said home video officially, meaning VHS, DVD, Blu-ray. I said the riff track. Okay, never mind. I thought you just meant like the regular special. I've seen the regular special, haven't seen the riff tracks anyway. But here's your useless trivia. While the Star Wars Holiday Special has not been released on home video of any kind officially, DVD, Blu-ray, VHS, etc., an excerpt, the regular special is a 1 out of 10. If that. It's either 1 or 0. Anyway, but the best part was B. Arthur. No. I feel the best part is how little fucking sense it makes. Anyway, but where I was going with this, but just copy paste that. There we go. B. Arthur was the only one who seemed to give a damn. I feel like the Wookiee actors also gave a damn, but in a different sense. They gave a damn in the sense that they knew the whole thing was a joke. She was a good actress. Yeah. The only thing I know B. Arthur from is not the Golden Girls itself, but my mom. Anyway. Okay, but not trying to cut you off here, but yeah. I guess we'll have to talk about the Star Wars Holiday Special sometime. But I want to save that until Christmas. Even though it's just scary and... Yeah, the special was 90% growling and grunting and sniffing and pissing and shitting and coming. Anyway. But the Star Wars Holiday Special, we'll talk about that some other time in greater detail. Anyway. I guess... Oh, wait. Remember at the end when they sing, "We wish you a Merry..." No, because I forgot about that until right now. Mind you, I've seen that special start to finish as of Christmas 2023. But oh my god, I try to forget it. And Carrie Fisher was visibly high when singing some songs. You can't tell me the writers weren't high when making that. Like, oh my god. Anyway, let's... Whoa. God. Okay, it is 12:20 a.m. We are at 80 and a half minutes. not trying to cut you off, but I think we're going to talk about the Star Wars. Oh, and Luke was wearing a bunch of makeup to cover up the infamous accident we had, which I feel like it would have been more appropriate to just leave the accident uncovered. This is Star Wars we're talking about. They very easily could have just said, I got banged up in conflict. Like, they could have easily just wrote that in somehow. I'm not even being ironic. They could have easily found a way to work around it without putting on makeup. Just a simple line of throwaway dialogue would have fixed so much. Also, what's it say? Also, Darth Vader in the special was literally reused footage with new dot. Yep, that too. That too. Also, no joke. Alright, hang on. Chewbacca's father is addicted to... Yep. That too. The Star Wars Holiday Special is a lovely mess, I must say. The Star Wars Wiki even says what he is watching. Yep. Yep. The Star Wars Holiday Special. A special that is so hard to put into words. I am not even kidding. Like, why the fuck was he getting horned? Because. Just because. Oh my god. This was supposed to be family friendly. Yeah, supposed to be. Until it wasn't. Alright. It is 12:24 a.m. We are at 84 minutes. I would hate to cut you off, but it is getting a little late. I'm trying to keep this under 100 minutes. In fact, I'm trying to keep it under 90, but I'm trying to keep it between 85 to 90 minutes, but also Life Day is so actually, that too, that just generic. Just generic. Alright. Again, I would hate to cut you off, but it's 12:25 a.m. We have just hit 85 minutes. Oh, Chewbacca cheated on his wife. I love how this has now just become the Star Wars Holiday Special out of context. Alright, I'm giving both of us 2 more minutes before we have to wrap the show up for tonight. Just 2 more minutes. So if you have any further thoughts on the Star Wars Holiday Special, speak now, or forever hold your pee. He has a wife as seen in Holiday Special, yep. I remember, unfortunately. It may not be canon, but her character is canon. Yep. I'm waiting on something to post. That's why I'm like kind of zoning it. And in The Force Awakens, he kisses Maz. Yep. And kisses, aka kisses another women. Although, cheater, yeah. Although, I mean, granted, we don't know if the Holiday Special is canon or not, but if it, I don't mean if it is in the literal sense, but like, if the wife from the Holiday Special does exist, okay, yeah, Mala is canon. Okay, so Force Awakens clearly takes place many years later. Let's just pretend the Holiday Special is not canon. Okay, but let's just say a similar story took place. Not the Holiday Special, but let's just say a similar Wookiee holiday. Assuming the gap between the two, Wookiees live a long time, centuries. Okay, never mind my theory. I was going to make the theory that depending on how much time passed, that Mala would have passed away at some point. Chewbacca is 200 years old by Revenge of the Sith. Okay, never mind. I don't think they've ever actually stated that in the films. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but... Okay, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think they've ever actually stated that in the films. But I'm pretty but my theory was going to be that, well, maybe Mala passed away at some point. Supplementary comics and shit state Mala is his wife. No wonder that I didn't know that Mala was canon to Star Wars, because I don't read the comics. Oh, look at me. I'm so knowledgeable. Not. Okay. Oh yeah, Chewie. So yeah, Chewie, you bastard. Yeah. All right. I think that's a good note to end on. He's a filthy carpet. Okay. I think that's a good note to end on, because it is 12:28 a.m. and we are at 88.5 minutes. Again, I'm trying to keep this under 100. So, Chewbacca has a son, Lumpy. Again, I knew that, unfortunately. Okay, I do need to wrap this up in... Okay, yeah, Lumpy is cute. Albeit the, fugly kind of cute, but still cute regardless. Again, Lumpy is cute in a fugly way. Like, you look at Lumpy and you're like, you're so fucking ugly, but he's also just cute. He did look adorable when he was playing with his X-Wing, which I love the idea that war vehicles just get toys in this universe. Like, what? Okay, excuse me. Okay, I do need to wrap this up in a minute. So is there anything you would like to say before we wrap up? Oh, I mean, Luke plays with a T-16 Skyhopper toy in A New Hope. I completely forgot about that until literally right now. No, just literally right now I forgot. Okay. I know I sound like a broken record, and I'm not trying to rush to the end, but it is getting perhaps a little late, and I do need to wrap this up roughly within the next minute or so. So, is there anything you would like to say before we wrap the show up for the night, before we sign off for the night? Anything you would like to say before we go? Luke is out of character in the Book of Boba Fett. I do recall that rant previously, but yeah, I agree. He lost his open mind. Yes, he did. And became a simple-minded tool like the other Jedi. Yep. Yes, he did. He couldn't be like Qui-Gon. Qui-Gon was the best Jedi. Yep. Okay, now I do need to wrap this up for real. I know I just repeated myself, but I'm not saying that like Qui-Gon had the ideals of the Jedi mixed with his own personal thoughts. Yep. Which is why he was so wise. Yes, indeed. And so cool. It would be so awesome. It would be so cool. And the Jedi hated him. They hated Jesus because he told them the truth. Boy, you ugly. Shut up. Okay. What if Qui-Gon lived and trained him? That would be an interesting... Anakin, I mean. Okay. That would be an interesting kind of alternate timeline. But I don't really have, like, a definitive, like, how things would have changed, honestly. I really don't. Qui-Gon would have told Anakin to go for Padme. Well, yeah, that. Okay. Now, it is getting late. We're at 93 and a half minutes. I do need to go in a minute, but before I go, do we have any last thoughts? Anything to say before we go? Before I sign off for the night? What does it say? He believed love was a natural part of life, and facing that risk was the Jedi way. Yet the Jedi just saw it as love bad, attachment's bad. Yep, sums it up. Okay. Now, I'm not trying to interrupt anything, but I do need to stop the stream for tonight, because I don't want this to go on too long. As much as I like this current conversation, do not interpret that as stop talking, please. I'm just saying, like, that's all I have. Tune in tomorrow. Okay, I was about to say, that's all I have. Tune in tomorrow for The Empire Strikes Back. Or, The Empire Strikes Black, people. Yeah, I guess we're doing Empire Strikes Back tomorrow. I guess. I have nothing against. Okay, yeah. I guess this is the start of the Star... The Empire broke back. the Empire smoked crack. Okay, anyway, come back tomorrow for more galactic conflicts. Brokeback Mountain. Broke Black Mountain. Anyway, come back tomorrow night for stupid shit. And one of the greatest sequels of all time. That's a gay movie, yes it is. But for now, that's all the time we have for tonight. But always remember, eat your cereal, go to bed, to be continued. God made you special and he loves you very much. Oh, one more thing. Okay. I'm awaiting. I have an ex-friend. He's not an ex-friend for this reason. Okay. Kind of wish you would have said this before the outro, but keep going. He said that Empire Strikes Back was the worst because allegedly nothing happens and gave it a 1 out of 10. I was like, hold on, what? Dummy. Anyway. Dummy referring to the ex-friend in question. Say the 2 words I say. S-I. Am I stupid or what am I missing? Because I just see... oh, skill issue. Skill issue. To the furthest degree. That's the Google definition of skill issue. Like, that should be like the first Google call him out. Ex-friend, you have really bad words about Steven. Steven, you stink. You are very stinky and smelly. I am name dropped. Good. You're stinky, smelly, splish splash, your opinion is trash. Say he fucking sucks, okay? Hey, James from Idaho. A little birdie told me it's your birthday today, and you're a big fan of Wembley. Oh yeah, ooh, and I should also tell Tyler to go to hell. I don't know who Tyler is or what that means, but have a day.